Why y'all keep getting played by these men? I'm just curious. Y'all will have degrees, y'all will have businesses, y'all have 3, 4 kids running a house, doing everything you need to do. Y'all are intellectual people, but yet y'all still getting played by these men, okay? I'm gonna tell you why, okay? It's because y'all don't know the signs of when you're getting played by a man, okay? So listen. On today's episode, I decided, let's take it outside. We're gonna have it on my veranda. So I put on my little cute veranda outfit. I got this in Bali on the last day I was there. I was riding on the moped and I passed this shop and they had all these little cute see-through things. And you know how you be feeling real confident about the way you look when you go to the gym a couple times? Well, I made it to the gym twice that week. So I was like, you know, that must mean I'm getting skinny again. So I said, let me put this on today. But anyway, we're gonna have a conversation about this, okay? Now I'm gonna tell you up front, okay? I am someone who's an expert on getting played by men, because I've been played by men, okay? Literally, they have played the out of me, okay? But I've also been on the other end when I finally learned the game, and baby, I played the hell out of them too, okay? I've had an amazing time doing that too. But you don't wanna be on either end, all right? So I'm gonna tell you today, I'm your resident expert on getting played, how people play you, and more important than anything else, how not to get played, okay? So let's take a step back, okay? Here's my story about getting played, okay? Whew, honey. I remember the worst time I ever got played, okay? Y'all want a story time real fast? I'm gonna give you a story time, okay? Listen close. So the worst time I ever got played, I remember I had just moved to LA. I've been in LA for maybe a year by that point in time. I wasn't there that long. And I met this guy, okay? He had come into my office for some business that needed to get done or whatever. And he was somebody they had sent in. So he comes in, I'm like, oh, he is fine as I don't know what, babe. I need you to pictures, okay? He is taller. I'm about 5'7" on a good day, okay? Maybe 5'8" with, you know, the right heel on. But you know what I'm saying? I'm not that tall. So he comes in, he's about 6'1", 6'2". He got the muscles, but the nice muscles that show through his shirt and stuff like that. He got all of that going on for himself, right? And then he comes in and we're flirting. He's like, oh, is this your office? I'm like, yes, it is. And that was one of those virtual office spaces where it's just like, I just rented the room for the day, but it was my address. But nonetheless, it was my office when he was asking about it. I was like, yes, it's my office. And then so anyway, we started chit-chatting like, ha ha, hee hee, ha hee ha ha hoo. You know, I'm doing all that flirt and stuff. And you know, the thing about me is this. I am somebody where in my mind, I like to believe I'm a delicate flower. You know, like I'm all feminine and soft just because of the way I look. But the truth of the matter is I'm old. Okay, that's just what it come down to. But you know, sometimes I like to fem it up just because, you know, it's like that. So anyway, he's in the office and everything. I got my little leg crossed and stuff like that. And y'all can't see my legs because it doesn't match my clothes right now. But anyway, I got my leg crossed and everything like that. Ha 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 hoo, right? So he's talking to me and he's like, you know, we should hang out one day. We should go out. I was like, well, we should. We should definitely go out. And so maybe a week or two later, he then hits me up and he's like, let's go to dinner. We go to dinner, we're laughing, we're talking and everything like that. We're having cocktails and everything like that. And you know, honey, liquor makes the girls just get easy, okay? So I'm feeling, honey, if he wanted to take me home that day, he could have, okay? But he was a gentleman about it, although I really wouldn't have cared. He didn't have to be a gentleman with me. So anyway, let me tell you. So we go out and then maybe a day or two later, he says, let's go out again. We go out again, and this time we go to the beach. We're sitting on the beach, we're cuddled up. We were on, what's the name of the beach? It's by David Geffen's old house. Malibu Colony or something like that. I forget the name of it. Anyway, we're sitting on the beach, and we're all cuddled up. He's touching on me, I'm touching on him. We're laughing and joking. We go to get Italian food after it, honey. And so you know what happened, honey, all right? He done felt me up. He done talked to me and everything like that. So then we go back to my apartment, baby. The way I busted wide open that day, I'm just telling y'all this right now. Cover your kids' ears, okay? It was quick. It was fast. It was in a hurry. No foreplay was needed. You ever had a man like that where you just want him that bad? You don't even need to be warmed up, okay? Baby, I put that thing on him that night and in the morning when we got up, okay? I was his breakfast that morning, okay? It was amazing, okay? And I knew already right there I was in trouble, okay? I always say at this point in my life, I don't need any grade A, D in my life. I don't need that, I don't need that, okay? Give me like C minus D, because grade A, D will have you missing work. Grade A, D will have you giving them the keys to your house, have you co-signing for credit. It will f your world up, okay? But that was some grade A plus D, okay? So long story short, I was already f***ed up at that point in time. And I was a young broad, I didn't know that I was gonna be f***ed up by this. And we started hanging out, we dating. Whenever he called, I came, honey. He started cooking for me and stuff like that, and he could cook his behind off, okay? So I'm going over there, we having a good time. He's taking me places. I remember one time, oh my God, this was when I was pulling away from him because he wasn't acknowledging that he wanted to have a commitment with me, right? Every time I try to touch the conversation, right, which is a no-no. You should not be bringing up conversations of commitment with a man. If he wants you, he should bring it up first. But again, I was young. So anyway, when I tried to bring that up to him, do you know what he did? What should have been a sign that he was going to play me outside of the grade AD, because who breaks out grade AD on the first time, okay? You already know he's going to play the out of you. And when he you like that the first time, okay, he go out to play you, okay? You're supposed to ration your shit out. That's just rule number one, ration your shit out. But he didn't ration out, all right? So anyway, so I told him I didn't want, I was like, I'm not sure, blah, 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 blah. I was trying to use my little young girl tricks to manipulate a man into commitment by telling him I'm not sure and I'm gonna leave him if he don't commit to me, right? Which is what I did. Hold on, the sirens are going by. I promise y'all, I don't live in the hood. It's probably just a fire down the street. What ended up happening was, I'm telling him, no, I'm not sure, you know, I can't be with you, blah, 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 blah. You need to commit to me. You can't waste my time. I'm valuable. And then he drops down on his knees. And you know that song, he drops on his knees, right? And what he does is he wraps his hands, he's tall. He wraps his hands around my waist. So now his face is right here. Honey, his face was in my womb, okay? He was right there, okay? Now, if you a man watching this and you're looking for a way to play somebody, I'm gonna tell you this will work, okay? He put his face right there. He buried and he squeezed me close. And as he buried his cheek right there, he started singing. And he could sing, okay? You don't even gotta be able to sing to do this, okay? He started singing that Marvin Gaye song, I want you the right way. And I want you to want me too. Baby, my knees started to buckle. I started to buckle. I swear to God, I started to buckle. Before you know it, we was out. Literally, I had to give it to him right there in the doorway of my apartment. I did, right then and there. We ain't even make it to the bedroom. And I got sucked in even longer. Here's how I ultimately got played by him. Now I'm falling for him. He done finally dropped the I love you on me. Now don't ever trust a man when he tell you he love you and he's inside of you at the same time. If he tell you for the first time that he love you and he's in that good, you know what I'm saying? He hitting that spot, he in the bottom of it, he does not mean that. Okay, it's like a man telling you he love you when he in jail. Don't believe nothing a man tell you from jail, okay? So he tells me this. And I'm falling for him. I remember right after, I'm in the bathroom getting myself together after the fact. I call my best friend. I'm like, girl, he told me he loved me, you see? And I got the shower water running real loud so he don't hear me telling all the tea to my best friend. Girl, it wasn't but about a week later, I'm all attached to him now. I'm enjoying saying, I love you too. I love you, I love you, I love you. And then this one day I'm sitting on the couch at his apartment, right? And he's like sitting like this, sitting back. I'm laid across his lap, like my head is on his lap. And I'm like playing with his chin hairs. My head is perfectly positioned for, yeah, because he cooked for me, so I gotta do my thank you, right? So I mean, I'm sitting there, and then next thing I know, listen to me when I tell you this, okay? He says, baby, can I talk to you for a minute? Yes, baby. Now, mind you, we wasn't committed yet, okay? He had literally me down into submission of forgetting that I wanted a commitment, okay? And gave me an I love you in a song, so clearly I forgot that I wanted a commitment by this time. So we sitting there, I'm like, yes, baby. And he says, things are going good between us, aren't they? They sure are, right? And he says, I just want this to be easy. I want this to just let this keep on flowing, no complications. I said, me too. Now, Allie just raises his eyebrows because he knows the that's about to come, right? See? And so, Allie probably did the woman before, okay? Let me stop playing. That's what it is. So anyway, so he says, I just want this to stay easy, right? And I'm like, yeah, because I'm looking up at him from his lap. And I was like, he's like, so, I love that you and I are friends. I'm like, I love that we have a friendship at the foundation too. Now I'm trying to steer him, you know? And he says, yeah, and I would love for us to remain friends. Now, I told y'all from the beginning, deep down inside, I'm an old burly, okay? I'm an old alpha male. I can fake the funk of my femininity when I need to wrangle these dudes in here, but I was laying here and literally my body levitated off of him, okay? It literally levitated off of him. And I said, excuse me? Right, honey, all that softness went out the window. I said, excuse me? He says, well, no, I'm just saying, you know, I'm not really looking for a commitment right now. And all that flashed through my mind was all that sex we had been having. All that flashed through my mind was the money being spent, because he paid for dates, I paid for dates, the time, the dudes I turned down, the dudes I called to say, hey, I can't mess you no more. I cleared my roster for him. only to get played after he done wore out my stuff. You see what I'm saying? And so I got up off that couch. I did the best I could to get to my car without breaking down crying. And then as I drove home, driving up MLK, because he did live in the hood, and y'all know wherever there's MLK, it's probably the hood. So anyway, I'm driving up MLK. Do y'all have an MLK in South Africa? Like MLK? So wherever there's an MLK Boulevard, Avenue, Street, that's normally in the hood. Or Malcolm X Boulevard, it's just kind of is what it is. They don't really put us in the nice areas when they're giving us our streets after our folks, right? And do we have like a Nelson Mandela Boulevard here?
Nelson Mandela Bridge.
Is that in the hood?
Don't want to be caught on it.
See what I mean?
Downtown.
See what I mean? He said that's in the hood too. So as I'm driving home, right, I'm literally breaking down crying. And it was in that moment that I realized I had been played like. So let me tell you this. This was not the first time I've been played. I will say it was close to the last time, but overall, I appreciate those experiences because it gives me the opportunity to be able to teach y'all about signs that he's going to play you, all right? So let's kind of review my situation. I think that some of the things that happen to me also come up in other situations when you're getting played. So one of the signs that you're about to get played is he love bombs you. What do I mean by that? Think about this guy. I met him. And within meeting him within a couple weeks, he's taking me to the beach. We're doing these very intimate dates. He's asking me lots of questions about what's your hopes, what's your dreams, what do you want in a man, and blah, 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 blah. He was love bombing me. He's cooking for me. He's giving me grade A. Okay, that is a love bomb, okay? Because here's the thing, okay? I know my is good. I know my is good. And that's why I ration out, because I'm not trying to have no dude breaking my windows again. It's happened, okay? We'll talk about it another time. You got to ration it out because you don't want to bring out people's crazy. And so my point is when people are laying the best of themselves on you too soon, yes, it feels good. Yes, it makes you want to go tell your best friends, oh my God, he's so amazing. It's nothing but green flags here. It's all great. But that's not always the case. Sometimes what it is that they are pouring on things hot and heavy in the beginning. And when they pour on everything hot and heavy in the beginning, they will lose steam later. Some people are just about the thrill of the chase and the catch. And once they've caught you and they have literally kind of drained themselves on you, literally and figuratively, once they've done all of that, then they are going to be done with you. So what you want to pay attention to this is people who love in healthy ways, people who build relationships in healthy ways, don't necessarily go slow, but what they do is they pace themselves. They are going to essentially, they're going to give you more of themselves based on you earning it and deserving it, okay? So if someone's giving you all this access too soon, rather it's to sex, rather it's to meetings, all the people in their life, rather it's to the I love yous, too much time together, whatever it may be, you have to ask yourself, what is it about me that would make me deserve this person doing all this for me? I know it feels good, but why is it 3 weeks in and this person wants to see me every day and we already having sex without condoms? Let's just talk about it for a minute, okay? I know you like them, I know you feel special, but why would you deserve that? And once you get to the deeper question, you gotta ask yourself this, how many other people do they do this to? They did not develop this approach to dating when they met you. They've been doing it long before you, okay? And so the reality is this, we can't always get caught up with going in the flow of what feels good, because the reality is love bombing feels great. Because when you meet someone and you like them and you've gone through dating this person is not working, dating that person is not working, and you meet someone who's giving you everything you want, that feels good. But you have to understand that when someone is love bombing you, more than likely, this is not something that they can sustain, or here's the real catch to it. There are other parts of their life that they are likely or maybe trying to hide from you or that could come out later. And so therefore they're doing what they have to do to get you attached now so that when the other stuff comes out, you're already hooked in. Let's talk about it, okay? You know who some of the main love bombers are? Married men. Okay, yes, the ones who got I'm still, roommates with my baby mama, but we don't sleep in the same bedroom, or straight up just married or whatever it may be. Okay, they're gonna love bomb the hell out of you because they know that their situation is not ideal. So they're gonna get you attached. They're gonna buy you things. They're gonna do everything they can so you can be attached to the things they do and you can be distracted from what they are not. Right? Love bombing is often a way to distract from that. Also, if you look at the psychology of abusers, one of the key characteristics of abusers and people with certain personality disorders is that they often start out in the beginning by rushing relationships and love bombing, okay? So kind of pay attention to if someone is moving too fast and it feels like this feels good, but it's going a little faster, or it feels like more than what this moment in time and for how long we've been together merits, that could be a sign that this person is going to break your heart or play you in the future. Another sign that you're gonna get played is not that the person won't commit to you, but they're not even willing to engage those conversations. Here's what I know to be true, okay? Especially when it comes to men. We have to get this myth out of our mind that, women are the ones who want to commit and men don't want to commit. Men are hard, you gotta pull them and you gotta twist their arm. That's some old TV, pop culture kind of stuff. Let me tell you this, when a man sees you and wants you, girls, you gotta fight him off of trying to get you in a commitment, because men are hunters, they're conquerors, they wanna conquer immediately, okay? Not to be confused with love bombing, because a healthy man can have a desire to lock it down, but he's still gonna pace himself with you, okay? So make sure you kind of differentiate those things. But nonetheless, if a man sees you and wants you and you're dating him and getting to know him, one of the things that he is going to do is he's going to be comfortable with having conversations around what are you looking for? And he's going to be able to tell you what he's looking for. If he's only asking you about you, what are you looking for? What are your hopes? What are your dreams? Girls, he's going to play the out of you, okay? Because that's the old narcissist thing. He's trying to take in all this information about you without equally distributing information about him. And then ultimately he can use all that transparency that you've given him, all that vulnerability, he can use that in his favor to play you later on, okay? But we'll talk about that in a minute, okay? But the bottom line is this, you need to pay attention to when he is uncomfortable having conversations about what it is he's looking for, uncomfortable having conversations about if you two could be a fit or not, uncomfortable about having conversations in a real meaningful way where he's actually telling you what he wants. If he's uncomfortable having that around relationship topics, girls, he's going to play you, because one of the easiest ways to play you is to say, I don't know what I'm looking for, let's go with the flow and everything like that. Then you get attached. He's going to treat you like a wifey, treat you like his girl. You're going to get attached to all that treatment. And then inevitably when he meets somebody else that he wants to be with, or he just kind of has what I call a, he kind of just, his commitment issues come out. You know what I mean? Some people, they get to a certain point and bam, their commitment issues start to come out. Then he's gonna be able to pull back with no accountability. And you know what his reason will be? His reason will be, well, I never said that we was in a relationship in the first place. I never said. See, Allie turned his head again. You'll be doing that See? Yes, he do. No, he don't, girls. I'm sure he's a very nice fella. Okay, but listen, so what I'm saying is they can always pull back, and that's what Mr. LA did to me, okay? I remember having a conversation after the fact, because of course I called him up. I was like, so what do you mean? I mean, do you mean you just want to go slow? Because of course I'm trying to make excuses for him, right? Do you mean you just want to go slow, blah, blah, blah? He's like, I never said we was in a relationship. I just said we was getting to know each other, taking it easy, and blah, blah, blah. He can always come back to that. So pay attention to statements like, I'm not looking for anything right now. Girl, I don't care how good your coochie is. You are not going to convince him into wanting something. If he tells you he's not looking for anything right now, then that means he does not want you in a long-term way. Because if a man is not even certain of what he wants, but he thinks he could want you, he's not going to tell you statements that could inevitably push you away or possibly push you away. So if he's telling you statements like, I'm not sure what I'm looking for right now, I'm just going with the flow, I'm just getting over an ex or anything like that, and you choose to continue to move forward, you're not just opening the door for him to play you, you're actually opening the door for you to play yourself. Because the reality is this, most men and people in general are going to take from you what you're willing to give. So if you can hear him verbalize, I'm not sure what I'm looking for, I'm going with the flow right now, and you still choose to give him your heart, your body, your time, then what are you telling him? That what he has said is okay with you? And can you really blame him if down the road, inevitably, he pulls back and says, well, hey, I already told you this. Now you can say, come on, dude. Now, you know I didn't interpret it that way, but you're not in his head to know how he interpreted it, but you are in your head to know what you heard. So pay attention to what you hear, all right? Because sometimes it's not just a matter of them playing us, it's a matter of us playing ourselves. Another way that people play you is through some obvious stuff, and you need to pay attention to this, okay? One of the clearest ways to know that somebody is going to play you is if your own instincts are kicking and telling you that something is not right. We get played so hard and so bad when we ignore our instincts. Some of the clearest instincts you can have will tell you, hold on, it's kind of funny that throughout the day when he's at work, we have a lot of texting and even calls for that matter, but it seemed crazy that after 7, he's hard to reach. He seemed to go to bed early like every night. Cause he got somebody at home, girl. What you think this is? What grown man below the age of 84 go to sleep at 7:30 every night? You see what I'm saying? Even my grandmother, who 85 years old, don't go to bed until 1:30 in the morning. She be watching YouTube. You see what I'm saying? So with that understood, pay attention to when your instincts are kicking in, because our instincts are not always just our fears. Sometimes we love to blame our instincts on, oh, that's just my fears. I'm just being paranoid. I'm just triggered because of what happened to me last time. Well, sometimes, yes, you are triggered, but understand that being triggered is not always a bad thing. Sometimes you're being triggered because you've seen this happen before. You've experienced this type of pain before. And so your mind is, and your nervous system is literally kicking in, telling you, hey, something is not right. So let me tell you this right now. Once you recognize that something is not right, just something feels off about this. I'm not saying go and break up with him tomorrow. I'm definitely not saying bring it up to him. Don't bring it up to him just yet. And I'm gonna talk to you about why in a minute. What I am saying is slow down. Picture like this. You get in your car and you're going to start driving. You're going to whatever destination. At first when you get in your car, it's sunny, it's beautiful. You have your windows down and everything like that. It's gorgeous. But then next, you know, storm clouds start to come out on the horizon. And next, you know, it's just one of those big old just thunderstorms, one of those summer kind of storms. You know what I'm saying? Just, what do you want to do? You're going to slow down. You're probably not going to pull over to the side of the road, but what you will do is at least slow down so you can be more careful about your driving decisions to make sure that you get to your destination safely. That's what I'm saying here. The storm clouds are your instincts. The storm clouds are the signs that something may be off. That doesn't mean you have to get off the road, but what it does mean is that you need to slow down so that you can be more alert to be able to determine, is there a real threat here? Should I actually pull off the road? Should I actually turn around? Should I actually be done with this trip? So that's what I'm saying there. Now, one of the things I did want to mention earlier, and I kind of touched on this as well, was what did I say about the whole, don't be bringing up to them when you notice the signs that he could play you. Stop doing that stuff, okay? Because you were teaching him how to play you, okay? One of the dumbest things that y'all do is you notice him, right? You be out with him, right? And he's like such a nice guy, but then you notice, why he always staring? You see him looking over your shoulder. Who's it behind me? So you know how we do our little cute stuff, and I'm real good at this. You know his type, you his type, and you see somebody behind you who look just like you. Like, he's staring at her. And you know, and every time you look up, he's looking over there, and he try to lie. Oh yeah, I was just looking at the blah, blah, blah. Girl, I'm an expert at acting like I don't know. Okay, cool. Mm-hmm. That is really cute. Mm-hmm. Right? If I notice him, I don't say a motherfucking thing. And you wanna know why I don't say shit? Because I want to give you an opportunity to validate if what I saw was what I saw. You see what I'm saying? Because sometimes we won't believe what we saw in the beginning. So I'm going to let you get worse at it. Well, here's the thing. People get bolder at their when they think that you don't see it. Okay? So unless you know what you know and you ready to leave, don't bring that up. Act like you don't see a motherfucking thing. Like, he be trying to, baby, you good? Because let me tell you one of the things they do when they up and they know they up. They say, you good? You all right? They trying to see if you notice them. I'm good, baby. You good? Oh, honey, give him a little kiss. Give him a little hug. Rub his titties on his shoulder, something. You see what I'm saying? Make him believe you don't notice a mother thing, because you're going to teach him how to play you when you show him what you notice. I'm going to say it again. You teach people how to play you when you show them what you notice. Okay? Play dumb. Act ignorant. Act like you don't see nothing until you see the clearest picture possible. Then once you see the clearest picture possible, what you do is you don't check them on what you saw. What you do is you announce your departure, okay? Because here's the thing. When you start checking them, well, I noticed this, I noticed that, what exactly are you expecting to get out of this conversation? For them to say, no, it's not that, you know, your eyes lied to you, your ears lied to you. No, I trust my instincts more than I trust your mouth. You see? So my thing is this, if I'm coming to you, I'm not coming to you for validation of what I saw. That's how y'all be getting played. When you come into him, you come into him for validation of what you saw. Deep down in your mind, you're hoping that he tells you a story that's good enough to make you ignore what the you just saw within him, when the truth of the matter is what you saw was what you saw. And so with that instead, you know what you saw, right? And so from that perspective, if you know what you know, the easiest, and I won't say even the easiest, the best way to protect yourself against getting played is to know within your heart that what you see and what you hear is real, and that your instincts are often not wrong. And above that, to know within your heart and within your mind that scarcity is only a concept that's created by fear. So your belief that I need to just deal with this because am I going to meet another man, or, well, you know, it took this long to meet him, or, you know, he the best I got at this point in time. That scarcity mindset is going to keep you in a position to ignore the obvious, to get hurt and to get played. No one has any power to hurt you or to play you truly when you are confident within yourself of what you deserve, and more important than anything else, you're willing to walk away. Because when you're not willing to walk away, that sets the stage for them to have more power in your life. Because the person who will play you the worst, listen to me when I say this, the person who will play you the worst is the person who senses your desperation and the person who knows that you don't see your own value. So the easiest way not to get played is to see your value and to know that even though this person may be hurting you with their choices, that doesn't decrease your value, nor is their poor behavior a reflection on what you truly deserve. Go ahead and click like and click share. I'm gonna get these podcast episodes posted, so it'll be in the description below the video where the episode is at. And if there are any other topics you want me to cover, let me know. Bye.